I got my drink first.
Do you have enough? You have enough battery there? Kid wants to know if you're chilling at Walmart.
I'm at Myers. It's you know what? Yes, I'm at Walmart. It's all quiet now.
For those of you that are just joining us, we're going to get started in just a couple minutes. We'll wait till the top of the hour and officially get started. So we're just kind of letting everybody join the room.
Nice. I'm gonna go catch myself a drink real quick. Some iced tea.
Yeah, guys, and if my for some reason I do fade out here because I am on just my cell phone reception. If I Hey, Fred.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Fred?
Fred is the quintessential subscriber, man. He's always got something positive to say.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, he is. Yeah.
This is true.
This is true. It's so great.
Working out all the details here. All right, I think my stream hit live.
Nice.
I haven't checked it, but I believe it is. Let's see if I can bring up
Who are you waving to, Sean?
What's up?
my stuff.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody! We'll let Northeast Texas take care of everything. He's our MC of the night.
Northeast and Texas.
There you go.
Northeast and northeast of Texas. Yeah.
Nice.
Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Good deal. It was just his end.
Yeah. Do we all sound about balanced? All of us.
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds great in my earbuds.
All right. Cool.
You don't hear the music in the background, right?
Maybe I'll try and get away from all their speakers. They're everywhere.
We got everything locked in.
Where'd you get that shirt there, Sean?
Probably Amazon, man. I got a bunch of them, like 2017, 2018, early. It's so funny. I got these shirts. It's like one of them I pulled out the other day. It was like Bitcoin. It's like first they laugh, then they, first they ridicule. One of those shirts.
Right.
And then it was pretty good at the end of 2017, but like walking around with it today, I'm like, nah. We'll put that on for the bull market again. It's funny.
Then they laughed again.
Yeah, then they laughed again, exactly. They said, I told you to sell.
Then they cried. Oh, man.
So
Can you imagine?
I got the crypto quarter crawler out there. He's saying,
There you
"Hey,
go.
gentlemen, good to
Yes.
see you guys."
Nice.
What is up?
What's up?
So you guys are all so much more technologically savvy than I am. I don't have my live stream going.
No.
GRB Investments is saying hello to you, all of us
Nice.
also.
What up, GRB?
Hey guys.
Tech savvy. I'm on a cell phone in a shopping center.
Hey, no.
He's picking up a quart of milk and some bread at the same time.
This is what you do when you have a wife and 4 kids.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, guys. Let's. I think everybody's joined in. It looks like we got a few folks in. So welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. If you've ever seen any of my videos, you know this is not my normal format. So this is my first, well, let me say second or third live stream. I've done one with Dino before, and that went pretty well, considering I had no idea what I was doing. But I want to thank you guys, each and every one of you guys, for joining. For you guys that are watching the stream, this was something that just came about that I thought that would be good for the community. There's a lot of stuff going on in Electroneum land, so I just wanted to get a couple different guys, their point of view. I'll talk a little bit and then let everybody else have the floor. This is interactive, so it's going to be loose topic discussion around Electroneum. And if you have questions, by all means, put them in the chat. We'll try to get to them. I'm going to try to limit this. I don't know, how long you guys want to go, but maybe an hour, hour and a half. I mean, again, I don't know, how much time you guys got, but again, thank you for joining. I want to start off by kind of introducing everybody, just saying a couple words about them. Then I'll let them talk, and I'm going to kind of go around the room just to introduce everybody. So the first person that I want to talk about, it looks like he's walking around Walmart, is my good buddy, Matthew Gray.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, Matthew is, if you don't know him, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, he is probably one of the genuine most nice guys on the planet. Super cool guy, and I'm just glad to call him a friend. So take it away, Matt.
Well, like you said, I'm Matthew Gray, 99 Cents. Normally I'm in my car. It's a little bit cold outside because it's winter in Michigan, and it's hard to find time to myself or whatever. So I come to the store today just because I thought it'd be cool if I could catch somebody's ear talking about cryptocurrencies. Why not,
Yeah.
Incognito.
Till they kick you out.
I know some people that work here, so.
They're going to think you're security.
Exactly.
It's
funny, I'm actually really- I'm really good friends with the head of security at this store, so.
Sweet.
Well, good. Maybe he won't kick you out then.
No, not today.
Okay, can you guys in the stream, if it still got some folks saying they can't hear me, if you
brought
guys,
to you by you.
yeah, if you guys can hear me in the chat, just go ahead and let me know.
How many drinks you got there? Do you know?
I got my Electroneum, I got my I got my Coca-Cola.
Good deal, Andy. Thank you. All
Sorry,
right.
they didn't these.
So no, that's okay, man. So while we're talking about Mr. Dino, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, Digitspin Crypto, he is a tremendous guy. He does live streams just about every night, seems like. I know at least 3 or 4 a week, and he has helped me with some technical issues from time to time. And again, very good guy, very knowledgeable, and just a fantastic human being. Take it away, buddy.
Wow. don't know how to live up to that. You know? Actually, I'm just a goofy guy in a straw hat, mumbling on the screen all the time. But the fact of the matter is, I try to bring as much as I can to everybody, and whoever they are, and whatever little nicking corner that I can find. So, and of course, Electroneum being my top coin. So Digitspin Crypto. My name is Dino, and thanks for having me there, Northeast Tex. Chris, appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks again. And Greg, Electroneum Universe, this is actually the first time we've actually spoke, so I don't know much about you. You seem like a pretty good guy, and I like your videos. You've got one of the most common sense approaches, really down-to-earth type content. So I really appreciate that and really like your material, sir.
I appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, no, I guess maybe that's by default. I'm not the most technologically knowledgeable guy as far as cryptocurrencies go. I love seeing what Electroneum has brought to the table as far as cryptocurrencies go, and I really honestly oftentimes defer to you guys. I think you guys are the smart ones out there. I like to bring a positive vibe and like to inspire community. And I think Electroneum is a perfect crypto to do that around. So
And you got a nice jacket.
This is specifically for this little talk right now.
The first time I saw you online, I was like, boy, that guy needs a comb.
Dude, you should have seen the first few videos I made. Maybe it was you, Dino. Somebody says, you can't represent Electroneum and look like that.
No, I wouldn't say that. I was actually a big fan. I put you in one of my videos as an intro, and I got people turned on to you. But all I kept telling everybody, I think he needs a comb, It was out like this.
That's hilarious.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, Greg.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, buddy. So, last but definitely not least, batting cleanup, a man who needs no introduction, Sean Davis.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Chris, thanks for having us, man. This is really cool. I'm glad to be here. And, dude, it's such a big week for Electroneum. And it's just really cool to hang out and talk Electroneum. I'm bugging my family members here. I'm sitting here talking their ear off about all the new stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just really cool. And it's cool to get together with you guys because I know we have a lot, we do YouTube together. And we have a really creative community, and we have got a lot of camaraderie here in the ETN community. It's really cool, man. So I love collaborating with you guys, and glad to be here. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
Thanks.
I went ahead and admitted to this prior to starting the stream, but prior to tonight, I think my wife, God, and Dino, and maybe Matthew knew, but one of the big reasons why I started making YouTube videos, I know he's going to be humble about this, but is directly because of Sean Davis. His energy and everything, I just love, how he came across on screen. So no one shadow boxes the camera like you or listens to rap music like you, brother. You're the original OG in the crew. So I'm a little bit of a fanboy, I have to admit.
Cool. Thanks, man. It's so weird to hear, though, but it's cool.
All right, so there's lots of folks in the chat, so that looks good. You folks in the chat, go ahead and ask some questions or any topics you want to see us discuss. But I just want to kind of open the floor up. Like I said, it's going to be kind of relaxed, and we're just going to talk about whatever topic comes up. No questions, really, from the panel side. But let's talk about the M1, what we think it means for the community and the future of Electroneum Ltd. Anybody willing to go first?
Sure, I guess so. If nobody else wants to.
Dino.
All right, so my thoughts on the matter is the M1 being a nice surprise. Definitely, I think we're getting a lot of feedback in somebody's in somebody's screen. I'm not sure exactly who.
I will mute my microphone just to make sure it's not me.
There you go. Oh. So I think this is a pretty wonderful addition to the environment, being able to have this M1. And I think that it allows Electroneum to enter into a different classification of business structure. And even though it's an OEM phone, it's not a flagship type of solution. It's still, I think, for the GSMA solution, brings a little bit of nuance and leadership. Having the phone, having the app, having the ecosystem. I don't know. What are you guys thinking?
Well, first of all, it was for me. Hey, this is Sean. Huge surprise. I had no idea about it. I love the idea. I haven't I don't exactly know. I haven't figured out how they're using it. But I think it's really cool. I think it adds credibility. They're not, from what I hear, it's just from people that are, because I'm talking to like people that are there at the actual thing with the team, and they're saying they're getting a lot of attention at this event. Like they're getting a lot of attention from phone companies and all that stuff. And I guess there is a big distinction between somebody who is a phone company and has a phone product than somebody who just has an app. And so it's pretty cool, man. I'm really excited about it. So I think this is just the start. I think this is the first phone, and then I imagine there's going to be an M2, M3, because there is an M1. There is a number of it, so that means there's a series of them.
Yeah. So just my quick two ETN on it is, I think I was completely shocked, to be honest with you. I had no idea that they were going to come out with a phone, of all things. So just a quick thought, and then we'll get to some questions after Matthew and Greg get a whack at it. But my thoughts are, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, over here in the United States, they don't really make their own phones. Maybe they make some cheap models, but they don't have anything. Everything's got their logo on it. But whenever you see that walking around, that's branding at its very best. Not taken out of the equation, the commercials and all that advertisement. But whenever I see somebody with an AT&T phone, it's branded AT&T, I think of the company AT&T. So just a thought, I think it's a good thing from a branding standpoint to get your product out there, whether it's stickers, hats, shirts, or anything else. But just my two ETN.
Exactly. I have a user on here it's called the Daily News. She's saying that the M1 is a great complement product. It's not necessary, but it's an amazing complementary product.
Yeah, that's right. Daily News, she's always got good comments too. Well thought out. Maybe not always kind, but very, very intelligent.
You know what she does? You know what she does? She goes back on my old videos and says, "Don't buy now. It's going down. It's at 13 cents. It's going down to 1 cent." And you know what I mean? It's like she's from the future and she's going back and telling everybody the price. I'm like,
damn, that lady was smart.
Yeah, it's great. And I appreciate her comments.
I got Ghetto Sega. He's saying the phone is at a price point that's going to allow everyone to have a wallet and to participate, no matter where they are. And I kind of agree with that. At $80 or less, it's something that pretty much everybody's going to be able to afford. And at the lower levels, if they already have a phone, they can just put the app on their phone right off the bat, and then upgrade as they go along. So $80, that's a pretty square number.
And this phone has a real opportunity for mobile device carriers, for cell phone resellers, to offer it in their shops, because they can say, hey, if you get this phone and use my referral code, I'll give it to you at $60 instead of $80, or I'll give you a deal on an extra warranty or something like that, and you can use your ETN if you come back here or whatever. It gives the cell phone sellers a real opportunity to market it. It's a great marketing tool.
It's true.
I think it's going to be on Amazon too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Greg, what thoughts do you have on that?
I mean, the thing I kept on thinking about while you guys were talking was that for the last few weeks we've been looking at Samsung, and they're coming out with this. Was it the S10?
Yes.
Yep. So we got the S10 for Samsung, and we got the Electroneum M1. But the M1 is really one of the first cryptocurrency enabled smartphones, right? Mm-hmm. Even though it's just the app pre-installed, it's still something that we could, show people and say, hey, this phone right here comes, pre-enabled for Electroneum, for cryptocurrency. Not only does it have a wallet inside of it, but you could use it to receive funds. You could use it as an instant payment API for your business. It really is, as Dino was saying, or one of the comments was saying, it's a perfect complement to this ecosystem. I was thinking about it earlier. Although maybe these third world unbanked people don't have $80 just hanging around, so maybe they might actually have to pick up a used phone or some kind of other phone somewhere. But these phones literally are the gateway to these people being able to sell their merchandise. And that's huge. That's enormous.
If you think about some of these families too that live in South Africa, I know that a lot of times they'll have one phone for 3 or 4 people living in the household. So as a household phone, it would work phenomenally. It'd be able to pay for itself, so that way that family would always be able to have a phone.
Yep.
And I'm wondering whether maybe they anticipate people buying phones in order to get Electroneum to get free phone service. You know what I'm saying? And then rather than buy other people's phones, just buy their phones.
Huh.
Right.
Because they're obviously someone's going to buy the phones, or else they wouldn't be selling them.
Right.
So I got a quick question from the crowd. Mr. Tyler Casilio.
Tyler.
What's up, Tyler?
From Podcast Now has a question. What benefits do you see the M1 having for unbanked vendors?
I think that you're going to start to see some of these vendors offering the phone so they can make money selling it. And ETN as a whole, it now brings a full cycle, and it's visual. We all know there's a full cycle. We see a way to earn it. We have it on our phone. We see it moving through exchanges. We see the instant payment. But when the vendor starts to do these types of things, everybody that's not familiar with crypto will see that it's super easy. I just look at it. It's on my Electroneum phone. I look at it. I can click, pop, spend, pay. I can then put up something to earn. And it becomes visually easy to interact with it, which is the key. When grandma can do this, then you have something that everybody can use. And I think that's where this is going.
If I may,
go ahead. Nope, you first.
I was going to put a shameless plug for both Tyler and myself. So I've got etnmarketplace.org, and so that's a multi-vendor marketplace. And then Tyler's got Core Market, which is also a multi-vendor marketplace, where these people in South Africa can get on either of our websites and upload pictures using their phone. They could take pictures of whatever it is that they're wanting to sell and sell to their local economy. Anybody else who might be in the future getting ETN in whatever ways. So you have both the gig economy, the gig guru, plus our multi-vendor marketplaces. And so it's going to enable these unbanked people to, again, not have to go to a bank and still be able to interact in this economy. I think it's fabulous.
Yeah, and speaking of Tyler and the vendors and everything like that, number one, this is you could almost think of it as a complete POS system in a box. This is the last thing they're going to need. They can run a business with just this one phone.
Yep.
And also, it breaks the mold, It opens the doors to, well, what about vending machines? What about, self-dispensing anythings or whatever that can communicate online? Tyler actually talked about this. He introduced everybody to the idea of the shock box and possibly having vending machines that can just communicate, and you just use it at your vending machine. Remember in that video with Richard at the MWC, he showed that little candy dispensary item. He said that people throughout the day were just sending it Electroneum and getting them free candy. I mean, you could do that from anywhere in the world, I mean,
I like that, yeah.
That is out of the box completely.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty sexy. I got Sergeant of the Marines on here. He has a question regarding the M1. He's saying, hey, do you guys think that the M1 could take a huge market share of the cell phone sales in the first world countries? So in other words, do you think that they could sell in the United States and England? Do you think that it would be something that would be wanted?
I mean, personally, I think here in the United States, Tyler actually put in my chat the prices of some of the phones, which are quite frankly ridiculous. They're more than a laptop now, $1,000 for some of these phones. So maybe there's that segment of the market. It might be a small niche market, but I definitely think there could be a market for it here in the U.S.
I was thinking, I see these phones at Walgreens, 199 bucks, 99 bucks. You may see this thing at Walgreens, $80, $79.95 at Walgreens, and and the little thing talking about Electroneum. I can see that actually happening.
And the whole tagline of like the phone that pays you back.
It's excellent. Yeah, it's great.
What other phone pays you back? Does PayPal ever pay you for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. Does anybody give you free money? No, nobody. I went to a shop yesterday. I went to like a crystal shop, like a metaphysical shop, and there was an astrologist guy. I was wearing like a crypto for the people shirt. I'm wearing my shirt. He goes, hey, what do you know about crypto? So we start talking, and he goes like, what do you want? What do you think? And so I start talking about Electroneum. Pulls out his phone. I'm sitting there like, my wife's buying rocks, right? And I have the guy download the Electroneum app within 5 minutes, and he's mining. He's like, no way. I'm like, yeah. He couldn't believe it.
Referral code.
And dude, he didn't have to buy anything. He had nothing to buy, So that whole it's just so easy, guys. And they're not only putting a bank in their hands, right? So that's one thing. I remember Jackie said that. She's in the community, Jackie 33. She's great. I saw her. She made a comment. She says, "You're literally putting a bank in their hands, and it's more than that. Like you guys just talked about. It's not just a bank, because that bank opens up the opportunity for a career, right? The gig economy. But if you can't take the payment, then you don't have the career. So being able to take the payment opens up to a business, to a career, to who knows, right?
Yeah.
So."
I was noticing that the Daily News was bringing this up also, and I saw it in the video that British Rich does. He said that there was a guy who wanted to buy 500 phones from Richard for the U.S. market, but he has to have them produced because they're not capable of being used here currently. So I have a feeling if he keeps getting requests like that, they're going to have to make a North America and a Western Europe version.
Man,
that's crazy. 500 phones on day one. Day one.
Yeah.
There's a couple questions don't mean to interrupt, guys. There's a couple questions that I wanted to address really quick. Kevin had a question. He said, I've been holding ETN since the ICO. Never sold, don't plan on it for a while, maybe another 2 years, but do we see these things ever getting up in value as they are more like penny stocks now? First of all, I'm going to say thank you for your question, Kevin, but two, understand that we're just five guys sitting around talking about something we are very passionate about, which is crypto. So this is not financial advice or anything else, but to answer your question, sure, I think that's why a lot of us are Electroneum faithfuls or whatever you want to call us. We do see the upside in the future. And then Fred, the phone was a total surprise. Do you think Richard was a bit too ambitious on his part to launch the M1 phone? I'm going to go ahead and give you my 2 ETN now. No, I don't. I think in business, I think you're going to be ambitious or somebody else is going to take your spot. So you've got to get out there and make big things happen. So that's just my personal belief as far as business. What do you guys think?
I think we beat ETN. I think we beat ETN X to the punch. We got our own phone. What's up?
Yeah. Are you still collecting your Electronero? That's funny. Definitely.
On a serious note, I've always said this, and I still hold this true. Electroneum is the only coin that I don't actually sell. I've sold tubes, I sell red coins, I sell whatever else. I don't sell my Electroneum because I really want to be one of those guys that says, yes, I held on to it, and now that I could use it to buy a coffee, I'm going to do just that. That's why I was so hip on that vending machine thing that I was talking about. I want to walk up to a vending machine that has the Electroneum logo on it and a QR code, and I'm going to buy a candy bar. I'm going to buy a cup of coffee. I'm going to buy a Coke and a smile and have a great day. That's what I'm looking forward to. So who cares about it?
I don't think I've sold any Electroneum either, even though I just keep kind of squirreling them into a bag because I just don't see a need to sell them at this point. I know that there's some people that like to ride the market up and down and what have you. I see them on the Telegram channels, but they get upset when they can't do that. I've never been upset, no matter what the price has been. I've just never been upset. I just keep, oh good, I get to squirrel some more. The price is great. Get them in there. It'll turn out right. It's what? It's been, we're going on our second year. Come on. You know, the emission curve is still so high that it's still pouring coins out every block. So, you know, just even that alone, I'm trying to grab them. The emission curve is going to take about 5 years before it starts to slow down to a trickle. So there's going to be lots of coins still available. Grab them up. Mine away. Get that miner going. Don't cost you anything.
Yeah, I kind of echo those thoughts, Dino. This company is really, it's still brand new. I mean, if you really look at the grand scheme of things, what they've done in such a short period of time, I think that's why it's so exciting to follow, because you look at here in the U.S., I know there's people all over the world watching this, but here in the U.S., you've got major brands like T-Mobile, Verizon, those kind of players in the space, in the service provider space for, you know, telecommunications, but other companies in the mobile phone industry or of the mobile phone technologies, man, they haven't done a fraction in their first year of business compared to what Electroneum has done so far. So that's, for me, that's what's exciting. All right, I'll shut up.
Exactly. No, that's a brilliant observation. I was giggling. I got Crypto Cowboy out there. He goes, you know, normally when I see 5 guys, I think of a big juicy hamburger. But Crypto is great too. You guys rock. Go Electroneum. You know, I don't know if you have 5 guys hamburgers by you, but
one of these days you're gonna be able to buy a hamburger with Electroneum.
There you go.
5 guys, and get it from 5 guys. 5 guys makes a great burger.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I got these. This right here, I got this from ETN Marketplace.
Sweet.
I spent ETN and I got throwing knives.
Awesome.
Sucks. They don't suck. They're really cool. I just don't know how to throw them. And they're really sharp.
Don't throw those at the camera in your intro.
No, and they're really sharp. But anyway, yeah. So I bought these off Greg's website using ETN, man.
Sweet.
That's
yeah, we just had a sale a little while ago. I'll give a shout out to in fact it might have been because of Dino. Logan Evan Thomas, the creator of the Electroneum Anthem, he just sold a copy of the ETN Anthem just about 3 hours ago. So nice. He was excited. So awesome. I think it was your fault, Dino, because of your awesome remix.
Heck yeah, man!
Sold a copy of
So,
talk to me about this.
Yeah. Well, the exclusive place that he is selling the downloads of that song is on the ETN Marketplace. So if you go to your video, I put it on the on one of the comments, etnmarketplace.org. I think it's /product/Electroneum-anthem. But anyway, yeah, you could purchase a download of that song.
And you can download it that way. All right, so I need to start putting on there because I always put his name and then I put a link to his SoundCloud. And now that I know that, I'm gonna include that in every broadcast because I would rather him make some money from the darn thing. I'll be honest with you, I've been trying to get in touch with the guy. I don't know if do you have his email or whatever? I want him.
He might be listening. He might be on here right now listening.
I want to commission him to make my my intro music. I want him to do a custom intro music for me. I don't know if I can afford him, but
he's on Telegram actually. He's on Telegram. We can get you his username, and you can message him directly too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Somebody send that to me, will you? I got to get in touch with him because I've been wanting him to do a custom intro for me.
Dino, he's one of the greatest musicians in the world, brother. You're gonna absolutely adore it.
There you go. I could tell. I could see the stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that new video was a lot of fun. Hey, are you being robbed over there?
What is
What's going
that?
on, Matt?
It's loud.
This store does an announcement every once in a while, and it gives you some huge clearance discount on the items in the store if you're in the store at that exact moment. They call it a code 99.
Sale on M1 phones, aisle 5.
It's done. They're done with it.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
So not that I have a whole lot of crazy knowledge on the cryptos once again, but just to get back to your question earlier about someone saying when is this going to take off in price, I don't know the answer to that, but all I could think of is besides the fact that we want to see Electroneum decouple from Bitcoin, right? We would all like to see Electroneum have its own use cases and decouple. All right. So that's one thing, but we also are seeing that Bitcoin is oftentimes being the father of the trends of the crypto, and as that rises, other cryptos rises. I guess for me, what I want to point out to the people in general is just what an amazing time frame that we're in, what an era that we're in, an unprecedented. We've never seen this before. We're about to see crypto enter into the hedge funds. We're about to see Bitcoin and these things enter into the major money investment of the world. So I don't know. I think that we're gonna see the entire cryptocurrency market cap go from whatever it is right now to trillions of dollars, and I think it's gonna take people by storm.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Electroneum's gonna be right there with it, and I think we're gonna see Electroneum go from an unknown to a top 20 coin.
Yeah, and I've been starting to see some articles, even on Cointelegraph, even though it's not the best article I've ever came across. It's good to see, people picking up stuff and at least typing the word Electroneum. So that's a big bonus. And I agree with there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on that's happening. And it's a big rubber band snap, and it's just lining up banks, ATMs, infrastructure, communications, and it's going to definitely snap, and it's going to propel forward. I see huge opportunities for crypto as a whole.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Does anybody here use Fidelity or anything like that?
Say again?
For retirement?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I got Fidelity recently within this past year, and I have the option to put it into the crypto, put it into, I'm not even sure what client, I haven't really looked into it, but I'm thinking seriously about doing it.
That's really cool that they're now giving that option. Go ahead, Dana.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on a different topic. I was going to say, Matthew M. Kid saying that he noticed that you got kicked back into the garden section.
I did want to say the chat is absolutely hysterical over here. Dude is in Walmart. Haha! Shout out to the ETN forum, FOMO Moonwalk Club.
Nice.
See my
What up, FOMO?
Matt's doing the blue light special.
There you go.
It's your local gun emporium.
At least he's in the sporting goods department.
Yeah, right.
What's going on, Sean? You've been all quiet.
Oh, I'm good, man.
So
Okay, let's change the topic. What about the stand, the booth that they had at MWC? What was your first impressions on that?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Super cool. No, I thought that was super cool, man. It was like, it was meant for a certain segment of people, and I think they absolutely nailed it. Great.
Yeah, I thought it was very clever. I happen to be a manufacturer of trade show booths, so and I thought it was clever. It was inventive, and definitely will be like, what is this here? And so somebody would at least stop by and take a look. I don't know if they just had the small 10 or 20 foot area, but I thought it was very cleverly done and a good use of space, and definitely caused people. See, when people are walking by, you have 3 seconds to capture their attention and to get them to stop and look, so that you can say, "Hey, what's going on? I'm Dino from Digitspin. We have Electroneum here," and you can start talking to them. And I think that succeeded. I think it succeeded.
I agree.
Yeah. So different than everybody else's. So different than everybody else's modern, techie looking booths.
Oh, you mean the Mercedes and the self-driving cars and all
Exactly.
the robots?
I mean, the truth is, you probably didn't have one unbanked person in that entire building this entire time. We're not so as far as who it's being marketed towards. No, we're not going to actually see any unbanked people walk through there and say, "Hey, it looks just like home." Although they did, one guy did say, I think it was Richard said that somebody from South Africa walked by and said, "Hey, you got it exactly right. That's our stamp right there, and it's perfect." But no, I think the big thing is they're really taking aim at the possibilities of accommodating the unbanked, right? So they're talking to first world people about third world opportunity, and you're bringing first world economy and MVNOs and all these things to the third world unbanked people, but it really is a mutually helpful situation. I mean, absolutely. In my opinion, right?
Yes,
I agree.
I thought it was a really neat looking booth in that sense.
No, they did well. They did well. Hey, Logan just came on my chat and said, "Dino, reach out to me anytime."
Nice.
Cool.
So you're right. I'm gonna get in touch with him.
Yeah, tell him I'll give him ask him if he wants me to give you a phone number or email or what.
All right. So Logan, you can tell me. You can just give him mine. Digitspin at digitspin.com.
There you go.
There you go. Digitspin at digitspin.com, and that'll do the job.
Well, Sean, what's your take on the booth?
Oh, the booth! I thought the booth was awesome. I mean, if you're in that segment, you would get that. If that's your market, if you're in the South African, if you're in one of those markets, you're looking for something like that would really catch your eye. And I mean, just their whole. I'm telling you, I think the reason the ICO, I was here for the ICO. I don't know how many were, but one of the things that was really the reason the ICO was so. If you guys remember, that the ICO was the largest ICO in terms of number of participants in the history of the entire world of ICOs, which wasn't very long, but it had the most people that joined it. Like, they got the most people in the world to join an ICO at the time.
Right.
And the way they did that was through their marketing and their incentive programs. It was like, it was the 5%. I think they were one of the first ones to ever say, "Hey, if you get into this ICO and you set a referral link, someone could, if someone buys from you, you get 5% coins given to you." And that was enough incentive for people to go, "Holy smokes!" Like, really start sharing it. And plus the fact that they had from the moment I got onto their white paper, I read it and it made so much sense to me, to the common man, compared to all the crap I'm trying to teach people how to do Bitcoin and trying to teach people how to do crypto. And people are like, "Huh? What? Mining? What do I do now that I'm on Coinbase?" So you got to really hold people's hands. And I saw this whole thing where they were like, "No, we want to make it super easy." And they've done that. I mean, like, people forget that. I mean, the bear market has happened, but they were faster to 2 million users, faster than Facebook,
right?
Faster than Twitter.
Yep.
I mean, like,
I agree.
Serious growth, and we don't see it because what we hear is we hear crypto people, we hear crypto commentators, we hear crypto, and the crypto community doesn't get it. But that's okay because they're not going for the crypto community.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
No?
Sean, did
And
you
so-
notice that Sean?
Yeah.
They were saying here, did you notice that the miners had climbed up? They were mentioning from like 105, 107, they're up plus over 124,000 now.
Oh, wow. I saw, I saw at some point it was up like 117. But yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's a huge jump.
I mean, you think about that right there. There's 124,000 people mining it. I mean, like you know, I'm in some different projects. Like I'm in the credits project. I think there's 19,000 total active wallets. I mean, I haven't looked at it in a couple months, how many active wallets. But think about that. Like we have 117,000 people mining, and then we have all 2 million users, and a company like, you know, other ones have 20,000, 19,000, you know, that and they're fairly large, you know, cryptos. It's crazy. They got a lot of users, man, and they're pretty silent because they're not like, you don't hear them on YouTube and all the big guys. But when it starts doing well, they come out. You know what I mean? Like when we had that big that run. You know, we had the run when we did the KYC and it did like a triple and a quadruple. Dude, people were out of the blue coming out.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
And they'll come out again, man. They'll come out again. They're just not freaks like us, you know. Bear market came in. They shut it down, you know. They shut it down. But when someone posts about it, they go, "Oh, it's up." Okay, they get on and they're interested and they're logging into your videos again. So
I was asked the other day, and I'm going to ask you, Sean, are you an Electroneum maximalist?
I'm not a maximalist, but I think that they have, in terms of a payment that is usable, friendly, freaking love it. Like, you know what I mean? Like Electroneum is my baby. Like I love Electroneum. But the moment I read that white paper, someone sent me the link. I can remember the day, and I opened it up, like, you know, because everybody always sending stupid crypto stuff to me. So I open it up, and I'm like, what's this going to be, some sort of scam? And I read it, I'm like, oh, this is smart. They're taking crypto and changing it to something that looks more like money, feels more like money.
More than crypto.
Yeah, and more like I like to say, like, this is my thing. I don't know if it makes sense to everybody else, but like, make it more like when social media came out, for me, in my experience, social media came out, there was MySpace. I never got on it because I didn't understand it. People were like, people younger than me were on MySpace. I'd get on there, I'd be like, huh? I don't really get it, you know? But then Facebook came out and people started talking about Facebook. And I got on Facebook and I'm like, oh, I get this. Like, I press like, and then I hit my thing. And it's real easy. And so I got on that. And I feel like Bitcoin is MySpace, and I feel like Electroneum is freaking Facebook. And they're doing that with the instant payment. It's crazy, man. I don't want to get all hyped up.
That's all right. Get hyped up, man.
Get hyped up, man. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
I know.
You create YouTubers when you get hyped up, man. It's great.
Well, dude, there's so many firsts that it's, you know, like,
right.
There's just so many firsts that I don't understand, you know, like, the price does not reflect what it is, but what I'm most proud of is just what they've done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've been through, like, if you look at this bear market, it's been super hard on anybody crypto. Like, if you're making miners, you're making $1 billion, you're freaking bankrupt. Like, seriously screwing everybody. And they, in the same time period, have put out so much stuff. So many firsts, world first. Right now, you can pay for your phone. You don't have to go to fiat. I can't pay my phone bill anywhere. I mean, maybe I can. I don't know this for real, but I don't think I can pay my straight to a phone company with Bitcoin, or Litecoin, or anything else. But with Electroneum in South Africa, I can, and that's just the start. So
That's true.
Really cool. You know, like KYC, everything. So many firsts, and they're just like that. It doesn't even There's so many firsts that it does, like this phone and like KYC. When it first came out, I'm like, this is dumb. What are you guys doing? You know? And then it like turns out to be really cool because they're the ones who are meeting with these mobile operators, these large companies, and large companies are saying they're going through the process, and they're going to the last part, and they're sitting around the table, and there's 30 lawyers, and even though the CEO said, yes, I want to do business with Electroneum, the lawyers are saying, we have to comply with all these laws. And so Electroneum has jumped over hoop to make that all legal now. Almost anywhere. It's freaking incredible. So anyway.
Greg alluded to that a minute ago. You know, sometimes us on the outside, the quote unquote fans of the project, may look at it through our point of view or our vision, but that may not align with, best business practices. And I thought the same thing when they came out with the KYC. I'm like, this defeats the whole purpose of the anonymous crypto, blah, blah, blah. But, behind the scenes, that's what was needed to that's what needed to happen. So I think it was phenomenal that there's a few other projects that are going KYC. There's exchanges, obviously, but honestly, I think ETN is kind of leading the charge on that whole thing. So it's impressive.
True.
Yeah, one of my viewers goes, it would be great to see that ETN phone in Walmart.
Or in Myers.
Matt could just go pick one up off the shelf and show us.
Right? That'd be nice.
Hey, do you guys know who the special guest is going to be? Did they do that yet?
That's a good question. I forgot about that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
What was the special guest at their booth or something?
Yeah.
They were supposed to have a presentation with a special guest.
Yeah, I've heard rumors. I've heard two different rumors. I've heard rumors that maybe it would be someone like Richard Branson or someone like that. But I also heard it could be the ETN mascot, because I know they were talking about trying to make a mascot for ETN.
Oh, heck, better not be that. Better not be that.
They better not make a phone. Oh, they made a phone.
Like a big styrofoam lightning bolt, blue lightning bolt.
Oh my god.
Or like the Flash comes out with a
Arms
phone.
on it.
That's hilarious. But that's a good question. Do you know? I forgot about that. And here's the next question: were the two secret announcements the phone and the South Africa thing, or was because we saw the South Africa? Remember the video that got leaked? It said deal number 1. Remember?
Yeah.
It said deal number 1. It didn't say secret announcement number 1. It said deal number 1. Well, the phone is not a deal. That's an announcement.
I hear that there's some things going on right now.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything what it is, but I hear that some people are, I hear things, I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
A lot of rumors.
What was
they're getting a lot of activity. They're getting a lot of activity at the show.
Interest.
Yes, a lot of activity on the phone and on their other stuff.
No, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Uh-oh. What we got, Matthew?
What we got?
Now, Northeast, we
Yes,
got to
sir.
get a hold of the code for that Raspberry Pi that they were using to that little candy machine, and we've got to make a product that
I agree.
we can attach and that we can put to some kind of device, a soda machine or something. I got to talk to you. We got to come up with something.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of a tech nerd anyway. So when I saw that, when M Systems scanned the QR code and then hit the phone a couple times, and a few seconds later the candy dropped out, man, I was just like, that was really super cool, man.
You were like, wow.
I was. Hey, just really quick break, guys. If you're watching this video, there's 21, 22 people watching currently, and I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to hit that like button down below and open up a separate browser. I want to go ahead and plug these guys while I've got the opportunity. If you haven't subscribed to these other 4 gentlemen's channels, their YouTube channels, please go and do so. Just don't close this video out to do it. Make sure you open up a separate browser.
Yeah, I'm this close to having 1,000 subs, and once I hit the 1,000 sub mark, we're going to be giving away 1,000 Electroneum.
Awesome. Good job. Good job.
To Rasta G. No,
Yeah, exactly. I got 48 people online, so you guys do the same thing. Hit that like. Make sure you put a comment and definitely subscribe. Go around and share some love with everybody that's here. These guys put a lot of energy and time into producing content for you. They're not making anything off of it, and the fact of the matter is they ask for is a little like and a little affection by clicking that button. That's all. So make it happen. Show some love.
We just want approval from you. It's all.
We're like lost.
The only thing I want in life.
Pet my head.
Sean,
Even some people in comments think that we all get paid from ETN.
No.
You're not.
We're all on the big ETN bankroll.
Hey,
I mean, they can if they want. I'll definitely take it, but
Yeah.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to M-Kid because M-Kid's been helping to do some amazing sweepstakes with me for the last couple of weeks, and it had nothing to do with me. Him and I were just chatting on one of the forums, and we became friends. And so I wanted to give a shout out. So check this out. So he sent me a message just a day or two ago. Here's the next sweepstakes we're gonna be doing. So you guys get a sneak peek. 10 winners this next round. The top winner gets 1,000 ETN plus 100 kilo hash per second of mining power for 48 hours, and then 9 more winners getting 100 ETN each without mining. So we're
nice.
Yeah, so big up
Matthew
M-Kid.
wants to win that one.
Yeah. You saw my eyes. You saw my eyes when he said that 100 kilohash.
So exciting, so cool. So we'll be doing that.
Andy is saying M System was the special guest. I don't, I didn't hear that, but I'm not there, so I don't know.
He is there, M System.
He is
He is, yeah. It's possible. I threw that out there yesterday. I said,
He's leaving though. He's leaving right now. M Systems is leaving. He's leaving today.
Elvis has left the building.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they're over in. They're like a 12-hour difference from some of us, right? 10, 12 hours, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's up there. I think it's a 6-hour difference, maybe 5 or 6 hour difference.
Hey Dino, how many Electroneum do you pull off of like a? I'm so bad at this. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. Off like a miner, like a day. Like how many Electroneum?
Okay. So basically, the ASIC that I have runs 220 kilohash. Under standard usage, it would bring in, you figure, right now about 350, 375. I bump mine up a little bit. I overclock it a little bit. So I've been bringing in recently about 450, 475 Electroneum a day per, ASIC.
Wow.
So that's not too bad. And that's only because F2 Pool isn't running all of their equipment at the moment. They're only running a portion of it. So when they shut down, we were making 700 to 800 coins a day.
Oh
when
wow!
they come back online, when they come back online and run half their equipment, you make about 400. And when they're running all of their equipment, you make about 250 per day.
That's awesome, man.
Wow.
All right, Chris. Now is the opportunity to talk about Thor's hammer.
Yeah. So
There you go.
I don't know if you guys have seen some of the stuff that I've been doing lately in my videos, but there is a auto switching pool that is currently out there. It's called Thor's Hammer, and Matthew is actually the one that turned me on to it. He sent me a text message and said, "Hey, dude, go check this out." So it's actually an auto switching pool. You mine a kryptonite coin with your GPUs, and you get paid out in Electroneum. And I've got a very small mining operation now. I've sold some of my equipment, and but at one point, a couple weeks ago, I was mining over 1,000 ETN a day with my GPUs.
Oh wow!
So
That's really cool.
it was working out really well. And he switches algorithm to algorithm, so it's not always a consistent amount, but there's still options out there apart from the mobile mining and apart from ASICs. It just gives you the ability to use your GPUs to mine with again.
Okay, so tell me about these GPUs. What are you running? Nuclear determined GPUs?
I have one RX 580. It's running at about 1,000 to 1,100 kilohash. I get about 20 Electroneum a day off of it.
Okay,
cool.
What about you, Northeast?
So I have 18 Vega 56 and 64 AMD cards.
I was going to say, to get that many coins, you're pushing some muscle. Yeah, you got Sean Davis in the background there spinning a gears.
But
just silly.
Yeah.
That's how he's getting so many coins.
I will say this though, I do wish I had an ASIC miner so that way I could mine ETN directly.
Hey Matthew, we all do.
Yeah.
But I have been told, and you guys can correct me, I have been told, I was looking into getting one a few months back, and I was told, dude, do not spend $900 on an ASIC miner right now because it would take you about 2.5 years to pay off for the amount of ETN that you could buy with $900. You're stupid to go buy a $900 ASIC miner right now. That's what I was told.
That is a matter of opinion. Matter of opinion.
Well, if you were to get $900 worth of ETN right now, and then you'd have to actually collect that much ETN over the amount of time that it would take to mine. I mean.
Okay, so with what Dino gets every day, though, let's say with his 400 a day, and this thing goes to 50 cents a coin because of this new phone that just came out, don't you think it would have been worth it to buy that ASIC miner?
Let's see, if Dino's getting 1,000 a day, one miner.
Yeah, so if I'm getting 15,000 a month.
So 15,000 a month.
Greg's doing the math.
50 cents a coin. That's $750 in that 1 month, right?
So it's just depending on how long. See, I don't mind mining them because I'm going to hold on to them for quite a long time. And
Right.
at that point, they'll be well worth the time and energy put into it. And it's the same reason. There's no reason to mine anything right now. If you're running a a GPU right now, you're nuts because you're losing money. On electric. Now, I happen to have a building where I have 3-phase power, so I can put machines on 2 legs. So even though I'm using 100 amps of power, I can put 50 amps on 2 legs, so I only have to pay for 50 amps. So I'm getting a special rate on power because of the 3-phase. But if you were running on straight single-phase power, pulling 100 amps, you'd be losing money. And I'd kind of break even right now, but there would be no reason whatsoever to mine. And that's the reason why a lot of these companies shut down, and because they were losing money. It's cheaper to go buy the coin than it is to mine it. But my goal is I'm going to just put it in the pocket. Yeah, I'm just going to keep squirreling them away.
And also, if you think about it, if somebody would have said you could take a GPU rig and mine some Bitcoin, 7 years ago, not even 10 years, 7 years ago, and you were going to get 100 Bitcoin, and you only had to mine for a certain amount of time, and you held it, nowadays, look how much that would have been worth. It's really a matter of opinion. You have your viewpoint of what's my ROI, how quickly does it happen, how quickly can I get my money back out of this. But then you have other people that would be thinking what the potential of this coin is in the future. So you get ETN now, you hold it for 5 years. Do you really think the price of Electroneum coin is going to be at 10 cents in 10 years? Or more like $1 in 10 years?
No, that's not what I'm thinking as much as if I buy an ASIC miner right now for $900, is it going to last me 2 years? A physical piece of hardware, is that physical piece of hardware going to last 2 years to begin with? That's the first thing. Will it actually last long enough to make up the amount of ETN that I would purchase today with $900? Because, right?
So that is valid, and you have to be a miner to want to mine. It's as simple as that. If you're a trader or you're not into the technical stuff, you don't see the value. And that's the reason why I have one ASIC. I like it. I want one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, sorry about that,
want
Greg. I misunderstood what you were saying exactly. My bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was looking into getting a miner, and like Dino or if I had miners right now, I would be running them. You know what I mean? I probably would be, I would be running them. But given the choice of either putting money here or putting money there, and I started talking to people who had miners, highly suggested against getting a miner, and they said that would be insane because you're only going to be mining one coin off of it, and so anyway.
So guys, what would be worth? So on January, was it January? I forget the day. January 7th? No. January 13th. What was the day? I forget the day. Anyways, I had I renewed my vows last year on January.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and it was on the day I did it was the day ETN hit the all-time high. It was like January something, and it hit 20 cents.
Nice.
And like I put everything, a ton of money, all the money I had in the world basically into it, sort of at the time, and it was. Today it would be worth $9,000. On January of last year, it was worth 300 G's.
Oh shit!
300K, guys.
Yeah,
So I'm not saying anything but just think about that. Today it's worth $9,000. It's the same stuff. It's the same thing. So, and I bought it for more than it is now. I spent more than, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. So
you could put that same money
in a bull market in crypto. It could very well go up, but it's like 100% gain, like a 10,000% gain, but it also could be 100% loss. That's just the whole thing. So just, you know that, but I just wanted to give you guys that perspective. I mean, right? I mean,
I saw it. Same thing happened to me. I went from 8 cents to 2 cents within a few days. I said, "Oh man."
Oh yeah, and it's that whole thing where then it went up to 20, and then it went back down to 13 very very quickly, and then everybody said, "Why do you sell it third?" You know what? Of course, I'm not going to sell it. I want to be into it, but like I would have loved to have made a great profit from that, no doubt.
Oh yeah,
obviously. I mean, I'm not an idiot, but it's just we're super early. That's the thing. I mean, we could have up and down 100% a couple more times before this thing even hits mass adoption.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
the other thing I had and just to bring up when we were talking about mining, Michael, he was mentioning not only you're earning coins, but you're actually propping up the network. You're actually making sure, and which is. As an Electroneum fan, I want to make sure that the network's running as good as it can and as stable, and hopefully nobody steals it.
Well, so, very, very, very well said.
It's a good point.
There's a value there, as being somebody that has an investment in it. Let a machine run.
No, you're absolutely right.
That is another thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Good point.
Yeah, that was from Michael.
What you got, Chris?
I want to talk to. I was trying to be softly spoken, not to talk over anybody, but I wanted to talk to each one of your points. So, alternatively, in my situation, I can kind of see where everybody's coming from. So, I would think, and this is just my personal opinion, it would be foolhardy to purchase new equipment right now with the market in the position that it's in. The only reason that I'm continuing to mine at a loss, in other words, to Greg's point, I could not mine and spend the money that I'm using on electricity at this point and upkeep on the equipment and go out and buy more Electroneum than what I'm mining every month. So from a financial standpoint, I'm kind of doing it backwards, right? But to Dino's point, I've already got the equipment. I've already purchased it. I did it for the long haul, so I'm still running my equipment just because I have it. It would have to go down significantly more for me to turn the equipment off. And that, again, that's only because I have the equipment and I've been running it so long, and I'm not selling anything. And I guess the way that I look at it may be a little bit different than the way other people look at it, but I'm paying that extra electricity each month out of my own pocket. I'm not selling the coins immediately like a lot of other people are to cover their costs. I don't care about the costs. So as long as it's not, $800 a month, which I couldn't afford, I can continue to pay a couple $100 extra every month and continue to make those coins and save them for the future hope, to Matthew's point, or Sean's point for that matter, that eventually when they do go back up to 20 cents or 25 cents, hopefully, I've got a couple $100,000 sitting, under me, and then it doesn't matter that I paid, $200 a month for electricity for them. That's it. My 2 cents.
Well said.
No, I think that's wise. I think it's wise.
Yep.
I love it. I love everybody's points.
Guys, how lucky are we though to think about, like, we're into Electroneum? Think about all the projects that you could have fallen into. You could have maybe not have heard about this, and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, all just the nightmares, 99.9% nightmares.
Telling you.
And here we are, still no respect. Which I don't respect
at all.
I honestly don't care. I mean, I don't care what but it's just amazing that where we are.
But you made the point.
I feel really lucky.
You made the point earlier, Sean, is like people talk smack on Electroneum and for different reasons, and yet we're watching accomplishment after accomplishment after accomplishment.
I don't get what's the hate. It's like,
I understand certain people's perspectives of the KYC and.
I get that. Yeah, I can see that. But it's not like they're harming any. It's not like there's no reason to like. I mean, if you're gonna hate something else. Like if you're gonna spend time hating something, don't hate a cryptocurrency that's trying to get done bank. Like, I don't get. Makes no sense. Well,
here's the thing: is for me is I've heard a lot of people have said like I know what's the one guy what's the one guy Crypto Pickle and who's the other one? I don't even want to. Yeah. Sorry, I gave him some advertisement, but so guys like some of those guys will come on and they'll say, all it is just it's got nothing to it, and it's run by guys who are mass marketers, and all I could think is I don't agree with the first part that that's a nothing coin, but I think it's fabulous that it's run by a bunch of guys who are mass marketed.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? If I got a guy who is a CEO like Richard, who is known for viral marketing, and then I have him and Chris Gorman, who's got his own skill sets from the world of mobile. These are the two guys who are the heads, the mindsets. Then you can get everybody underneath who are the coding and technical side. I get so frustrated when people say, they're just run by a bunch of marketers. I think, man, that's fabulous.
Well, here's the difference is that you have a lot of tech heads. They make some great tech. They're inventing nanotechnology to interact. They're doing nuclear fission with their coin. They're, all sorts of scientific, cross memberships. These are two, Chris Gorman, Richard Ells. These are professional, seasoned business folks. And these folks are putting together a product. They're putting together a professional, corporate, structured business with real contracts, real staying power. And these things are not going to be done by somebody. Yeah, that's great with technology. And the thing that people need to understand is that Electroneum isn't selling a blockchain. They're not trying to invent the most current, amazing blockchain. They're taking a good basic technology and they're turning it into a product that can be used by the average Joe. And they're doing that. They're making it available. So the blockchain works. It does what it's supposed to. It's functioning as it needs to. They're adding it and surrounding it with all of the additional technology that's needed for the instant, for the accounting systems. And then they're putting the things together like the M1 phone. And so these are professional businessmen that are making a product. And it's called Electroneum. And this product will be of value to people all around the world as they go along. And that's what needs to be understood. It's not meant to bring the newest blockchain technology. It's meant to put it in your hands.
Right.
Create solutions. Yeah. And if you use Electroneum, compared to other cryptos. So I've sent different cryptos. I've sent Bitcoin, I've sent Ethereum, I've sent credits, I've sent Token Bank, I've sent, I go on and on. I send Electroneum on that app. It's the easiest freaking cryptocurrency I've ever sent. Boom. The other ones, I'm always trying to get it to work. I'm like, hold on. Beep, it won't even go, right? Electroneum is just like beep, beep, done, pay, done. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy compared to the others.
Good point.
And they have their weird blocks things that have gone on with the miners that whatever. But from the outside surface, I'm a user on the phone. I want to send money. Boop, super easy.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, I just donated some money. There was in the forum. I don't know if anybody else seen it. They were raising money to give away one of these new M1 phones in the South Africa area.
Oh, and, cool.
Who was that? The Magic Mike, I think his name was, or something like that. Anybody know that? It's in the forum.
Oh.
Anyway, you'll see it on Telegram and the different chats or whatever. But yeah, people were donating, Electroneum, and you just, I was on my phone. I copied the wallet address, put it in the app, put the amount, and send, and it was done just like that. Like there was no other thinking involved. It was that simple.
Yeah, they made it really intuitive.
Hey, speaking of which, I was talking to Logan earlier, Dino. I was talking to Logan earlier, and he's kind of a part of the advisory council on the Electroneum Foundation that I had created, and he was mentioning how cool it would be to utilize the foundation as a means to get phones out to people in the unbanked areas. And I just thought that was a fabulous idea.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool they're starting in South Africa. What do you guys think about that? I mean, like, seriously local. And they got people on the ground. I mean, it sounds like they got dudes, like, outside going, hey, come here, check this out. Let me see your phone. You want some money?
Hey, buddy, I got something for you.
Hey, you like free? Yeah.
Want to buy some Electroneum?
Like,
Nice.
I can see it, though. Or stay in that unlimited store, have a couple Electroneum people in that unlimited store, people come in, just grab them and say, hey, you like free phone bill?
Yep. Absolutely.
Anastasia 1 says all the best projects have hate constantly. It's a good point. If you're not being hated on, you're probably not doing something right.
Nice. I've heard that before.
Yep.
How crazy do you guys get when you look at some of these articles and the information in them is just completely obnoxiously wrong? Especially we got they call it a token, and it only mines on a phone, and like they doesn't have a blockchain.
I hate when they call it a fake miner. When they call
it fake miner. From day one, everybody's calling it a fake miner.
Yeah. It's not really mining. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, it doesn't do anything for the system. Oh, really? Having 100,000 people with your the whole network on their system isn't a cool thing. It's not a good thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. You need users to make it cool. If there's only 5 of us with the money around the world, it ain't gonna do me any good. But if there's 100,000 people with the money on their phone, which my Electroneum says there is, my app says there is, that's a different story.
Once again, you're talking about the mass marketing aspects of what we were talking about earlier, Richard and these guys being experts on mass marketing.
Yeah. Guys, to be honest, I don't know if anybody, I think if they would make that like the referral, like if you got somebody to use the miner, like if you had somebody click on it and use it, if they gave more of a referral, I don't know, how much is that referral you get or whatever, when does that make, like if they gave you like 5% of anybody mind, right? I don't know either.
I think it's between 1% and 5%.
So just imagine if it was 5%. If it was 5%, and you could get 20 people, you could double your ETN.
Yeah, I don't think it's 5%.
No, I think it's 1% of whatever they mine. You get 1% of what they mine.
Yeah. Okay.
But is it vice versa though? Because I've heard people say, "Well, you get more and I get more. How do we both get more?"
Yeah, I don't know how it works. But I guess what I'm saying is, if they did have it, so you could get, like a good little percentage, 5%. And I could see in third world countries where that stuff is super valuable, people be hustling around. finding people to do it.
And that you don't have to be actively mining, by the way, to get that. That 1% will pay out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That 1% will pay out. Like if you turn your miner off, you'll still see an accumulation. Like if you come back to it in like a month or something like that, you'll still see that difference because I actually have that show up on mine.
Oh, cool.
I think I have four referrals.
Yeah.
And yeah, I seen it actually came up on mine because I turned my miner off for, I want to say almost a month. And I was able to see something. I gained some electronium while I was offline.
Yeah. But I think that would increase the viral growth. Just if they increase that a bit, and they don't have to do it forever. Just at the beginning, just get this thing off, like you know what I'm saying, and then drop it.
Yeah.
Get everybody into it.
I think we got to get some more virtual mobile providers on that list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's going to be the big thing is when we start to see a few more virtual mobile providers or mobile providers, and
several countries.
And I think that's going to happen. I think over the next 6 months you're going to see them added magically as things happen. So let me ask all of you guys: do you think there's anything else exciting that's going to be released at the Mobile World Conference? Do you think they've shot their fireworks and that's it, or do you think there's anything else?
Craig looks like he has something to say. I don't know.
No, it's a great question. We've been talking about that in some of the chats. I don't know, and we actually said it just like Dino said. Is it the culmination of the fireworks yet, or have we yet to see the grand finale? I don't know. I'm hoping it's still a thing. Go ahead.
My belief, and you guys knock me if I'm wrong. I go to a lot of shows, and I'm thinking, well, they're gonna want to get that out in the beginning so that they could talk about that stuff during the show. So I'm thinking that those are the two main announcements.
Yeah.
And I think after the show, you'll get a post-mortem that'll say, while we're at the show, let me tell you about all the great stuff that happened. You know, we had X amount of people come ask us this, and we had X amount of people get M&Ms out of the little candy machine, and you know, and I think that there'll be a post wrap up of potential, but I think that's about it. I think we'll see this guest speaker, and I'm not expecting anything else magnificent to come out of the show, but I am very happy with what I have seen. It's been a nice step up. Yeah. To see it actually happen and to come to fruition.
Well, not only just the what's going on right now at this moment, but I'm in the IT industry, my day job. So I go to these tech shows very similar to what Electroneum's at now, the Mobile World Conference, and you get a business card or you scan your information. And literally for 6 months after, I'm getting pinged. I've got people sending me emails, calling me. That's the kind of stuff that's the residual from an event like this for a company like Electroneum to be able to residually get those phone calls and inquiries, and that growth can still be there. I just think that's a good point to make as well. It's not only about what's going on this week, but what's coming a few months down the road.
You absolutely get phone calls for a year.
Yep.
Yeah. Guys, I got to go ahead and cut this off. My phone's about to die. I think I'm at like 4% battery. I would have ran right down, but I need to get home and I need to have a phone because it's winter in Michigan.
Bye, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Matt.
Thanks,
We'll talk
Matt.
to you later, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Bye-bye, Matt.
Bye.
I was going to go ahead and say, I don't know if you guys just want to kind of wrap up. We've been going for about an hour and a half now. I know it looks like our viewership kind of dipped down there for a little bit, and it's starting to go back up.
Pick up again.
Pick back up. But
I got Andy
We got
on here.
that
He's
Matt
asking
also.
about is there an Electroneum Visa debit card? This guy says he ordered an Electroneum Visa debit card. You guys know anything about this?
Yes, I do a little bit. I'll see if I can pull up the. So it's a prepaid.
Oh yeah.
All right. So without getting too excited on different things. All right, let's see. The prepaid one is called Equisex. I don't know. I don't think it's really called Equisex, but it's EQ. it's EQUICEX. So I don't know how you Equisex. I would think it would be Equisex. Anyway, it says I don't know. It says Equisex, Electroneum, Visa, Bitcoin, virtual debit card. But we're actually we've been working on some different things over on our end of Electroneum universe, and we've got some partners. So we're actually, without giving too much away, we're working on some things in that area. So we're excited. Yeah. So hopefully you'll see some things. Yeah, we're excited, and we hope to make it happen. You know. But yeah. So in the meantime, though, there is a prepaid card available from Equisex.
I thought you said equine sex. I was thinking horse. What are you doing with horses? But needless to say, I got another guy here. He's talking about where is it? He was asking for more videos on how to buy Electroneum. Now, I was, you know, to us it's like, all right, how to buy Electroneum. But I guess, you know, for somebody starting fresh, they may not know that. So that may be something one of us can do. I'm curious to know, the three of you guys, what are your thoughts on Electroneum being available on an ATM?
Meaning what? Its own ATM or like on any ATM?
On the existing ATMs that sell, you know, you can go get a Bitcoin you know, you go to the Bitcoin ATMs, you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum, you can buy Dash, and adding Electroneum.
That would be great.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have any problem with it. Go ahead, Dan.
That would be a pretty cool on-ramp for people who have cash. Put an Electroneum and the stuff shows right up on your phone.
Yeah. I would like us to be able to be the ones who create it.
There you go. There's a lot of ATM manufacturers out there. I have a feeling hopefully one of them are smart enough to add Electroneum to their ATMs.
Hey, to answer that guy though, where do you guys all get your Electroneum besides mining?
So, me personally, I convert other coins. You can go to any exchange you want. For the gentleman in your chat that asked that, if you look on my channel, not to plug my own channel, but I do have some videos on how to sign up on some of these different exchanges. The sign-up process, how you get through the registration process. And then basically what I do is I either purchase Bitcoin or have other coins, and then I sell them on an exchange that also sells or you can trade Electroneum on. And then I purchase the Electroneum coins, and then I transfer them to my wallet. So it's a lot easier process than a lot of people think. It's kind of a big, scary monster when you've never done it before. But once you do it for the first time, it's really not that difficult.
Right.
So I have somebody, I'm sorry to interrupt. I had Daily News is claiming that there was, I haven't seen a link, but she's claiming that about 9% of the Cryptopia coins have been stolen, so they're thinking that Electroneum should be all right. So I don't know what the details are. I'm waiting for the link to show up, but that's what she's claiming at this point.
What'd she say? That 9%?
She said only 9% of Cryptopia coins have been stolen, so there's a good chance the Electroneum's okay. But I don't know of the article yet. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing to have happen. Did you guys, any of you guys had stuff on Cryptopia?
No, not personally.
I mean, it's a white elephant in the room, and we should kind of talk about it.
Yeah, so I'll give you my 2 cents really quick. I used Cryptopia pretty heavily there for the first couple of months because it was really the only, only guy in the game for a while. But I personally, got my coins off of there. So I did that, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago maybe. And I use other exchanges, but, you know, I think the lesson to learn, and this doesn't help anybody that may have lost anything, but if you don't have the private keys, if you don't have access to the wallet, it's probably not a safe place to put it. And it's easy to say now. That could happen to any one of us is you just simply send coins to an exchange to sell them or to trade them or whatever. That exchange could suffer a hack or be shut down, or your funds can be unavailable. It's risk. And anytime your coins are out of your control, it's a lot riskier than when they're in your control, obviously. But going back to the hack thing, you know, I'm hoping, I have a personal friend that I talked into Electroneum that purchased quite a few coins and had them all sitting on Cryptopia. And I absolutely feel horrible for this guy and for everybody else that may have lost anything. But, you know, we don't know yet if those coins are gone. And for the people that did lose money, it's horrible. But
okay, I got the Twitter. The Cryptopia Twitter, Cryptopia Exchange, it says update, they just tweeted it out. We are continuing to work on assessing the impact incurred as a result of the hack in January. Currently, we have calculated that the worst case is 9.4% of our total holdings was stolen. Please keep an eye out on our page for further updates today. So that's the official word on their Twitter.
Well, let's hope that you know, things aren't as bad as they kind of feel right now, and you know, people get their money back, and yeah, it's just a horrible thing. Just Greg, Sean, you got any comments?
No, I just feel bad for anybody that it happened to, because it could have happened to anybody. I mean, you don't want to keep the lesson is you don't want to keep it on these exchanges. You don't know what the security is behind them. They could be literally, you know, I mean, they could be terrible, and it's easy to forget. So I'm not, you know, I feel really terrible that, because so many people in the ETN community had their coins on there, because Cryptopia was the only exchange for the longest time. So anybody who was in the ICO in that time went to that place and got it, and a lot of them aren't crypto savvy.
Yeah.
So they could have just heard about it for the first time and said, "Hey, I'll just keep them on here and keep my login." And it's a shame. I just hope that everybody everybody turns out to be whole. And even though it says that only 9% were gone, still we got to wait for them to now open the accounts, and you know that who knows what's going to happen with that. I luckily didn't have anything on there. I don't use that exchange to like trade a whole lot. I use like KuCoin. I like.
Yep.
And I like the security of Liquid. It's just a little bit thinner market on different things, so that's all.
You know, I think a lot of people
use Liquid.
I use Liquid because another coin I also trade was on there, and so yeah, I had an account there, and they're good. It's just like you have to. So it's in cold storage, so it's safe. It's just like if you wanted to. Once you want to cash out and bring your Bitcoin out, it takes a day. Literally, like I'll put it in today and it'll go out tomorrow, which is cool. But KuCoin I do it right away, so I could get my stuff for just these reasons. Like Cryptopia, I sell my stuff and I get it off instantly.
Greg, what were you saying? You were about to tell us your thoughts on the hack at Cryptopia.
Well, I'm gonna hold off on talking too much about the hack. Just I'm praying that the ETN on that hack or the potential hack is safe. Yeah, I don't want to speculate. Just I'm watching the price doing what it's doing right now, and I've heard some rumors that some big amounts have been sold on some exchanges, and so without speculating too much on anything else, I'm just praying that people's funds are safe. I really just want to hope that it is safe. What I was going to say though was that a lot of people didn't take their money off of these exchanges because they didn't want to get KYC'd. Oh. I know there are people who are saying, "Oh, I don't want to put my money onto Electroneum's wallet because it's I could keep it on Qcoin, or I could keep it on whatever. The people who I deal with were telling me they keep theirs on their Qcoin account because they didn't want to be KYC'd. It just is easier for them that way. So I guess for those people who don't want to get the official Electroneum wallet, get KYC'd, I would suggest getting a paper wallet, right? Would you guys suggest that? Would that be the safest way?
Yeah, you can go with a command line. Northeast put out a great series of videos on how to set up a command line wallet. It's real simple. You start a node, you download the chain. You can then keep all of your coins in there. You don't have to be involved. I believe there's also a GUI version that's out on GitHub. And I'm hoping that Ellipple ends up getting, they're trying just to create a hardware wallet. And they already have a pretty snappy looking hardware wallet with a little screen and everything, and they want to add Monero and Electroneum. And what they're trying to do is get 1,000 or 2,000 people just to get their name on the list that they're interested, and it costs you $1 to do that. And it doesn't commit you to anything, but it gets you on the list. And I'm hoping that they hit 2,000 so they do the development and release that, because that would be awesome. Because as you know, you can be inside the KYC environment, and you can also trade and work outside the KYC. You don't have to. You have your choice. With the KYC, you get a lot more functionality. But if you just want to trade the coins, you can do that outside, and having that hardware wallet would be a big plus.
Yeah, I agree. Crypto Man said that anyone interested in the hardware wallet can go sign up at Ellipal. I believe that's how you put it.
Nice.
Sign up Ellipal. The sign up costs $1 is what he says.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, I have a video on it. You can check it out, and it gives you the whole scoop and skinny on it. I did it a day or two ago.
Hey, you guys, I got to run.
I was gonna say, you guys want to close up shop and we'll call it a night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've been doing well.
Dude, we got 2 more days too, so who knows what's gonna happen.
No doubt. This is good though, Chris. We definitely got to do this again.
It's fun, man.
Absolutely. I want to say thank you to everybody, and thanks for watching. And I guess we'll see you next time.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks for having me.
Good night, everybody.
Right.
You guys. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see y'all later. See you, Dino.
All right.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
I appreciate you setting this up.
Yeah, thank you. And hopefully I can join one of yours again sometime soon.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Thanks, Dino. Bye-bye.